A formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew.
The Royal House of York has officially come to an end. In a dramatic decision, King Charles has ordered his brother, the former Duke of York, to lose all remaining royal titles and honours, and has instructed him to leave Royal Lodge, the 30-room mansion in Windsor that has been his home for almost 20 years. Once known as His Royal Highness, he is now simply Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, marking the collapse of his royal status, and possibly the end of his time living at Windsor altogether.
Most of his official titles just a week or so ago, but he has kept the title of Prince.
So why did this happen now, and what pushed the king to finally step in and act, and what does it mean for Sarah Ferguson, who only weeks ago sold her multi-million-pound home while the York family future remains uncertain? Let us break it down. The announcement came directly from Buckingham Palace, where King Charles officially began the process of removing Prince Andrew from every remaining title and privilege, including his Duke of York status. This move is not symbolic, it represents a full removal of his royal standing. For the first time, the palace referred to him not as Prince Andrew, but as Mr. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, with no royal styling, no special treatment, and no protection of status to make matters more serious. He has also been ordered to leave Royal Lodge, the large residence he has lived in for 20 years, a home that has become linked to scandal, tension, and long-standing unease within the royal family.
Statement has just come in from Buckingham Palace, and I'll read it for you. It goes on to say, His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew. Again, this has just come in.
The message from the king is unmistakable. The time of indulgence has ended. So why has this royal reckoning come so suddenly? According to palace insiders, Charles has become deeply frustrated with how things look to the public, and with years of silence for a long time, Andrew refused to fully step away, holding on to whatever status he could behind the walls of Windsor. But in recent weeks, new public anger and political pressure have surfaced, and this time the king chose to act without compromise. Sources say this move is about drawing a final line, because the monarchy cannot move forward while its most controversial figure continues to live in royal comfort. Even the palace statement sent a quiet but strong signal by expressing sympathy for victims and survivors of all forms of abuse, wording that is never used casually, and shows this decision was about accountability as much as public image.
Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge has to date provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender.
For King Charles, this was not just a change inside the royal family, but a clear message to the public that no one is beyond consequences. So what comes next for Andrew? This decision marks a total fall from favour. He is no longer a prince, no longer a duke, and soon will no longer live at Royal Lodge. He is expected to move into a much smaller private home with reduced security and far less financial support. His days of royal events and public appearances are over, and in the eyes of the palace he is now treated like any other private citizen. People close to him say he was shocked and deeply hurt by the decision, even though he knew it was likely coming after months of talks and growing frustration from the king. This outcome became unavoidable. Behind the scenes, the memory of the late queen still carried weight, and insiders say Charles could not bring himself to make this move while his mother was alive, but the moment has now arrived. Things become more interesting with Sarah Ferguson, Andrew's former wife and longtime supporter, who quietly sold her £4 million Mayfair home just weeks ago, a move that now appears carefully planned. Sources say both Fergie and Andrew had been negotiating separate living arrangements for months, fully aware their time at Royal Lodge was nearing its end. Andrew was said to be pushing for Frogmore Cottage, once home to Prince Harry and Meghan, while Fergie was reportedly aiming for Adelaide Cottage, a cosy residence associated with the Wales family. The idea of Fergie moving into a home once linked to William and Kate quietly angered royal aides. But after this major announcement, there is rising talk that Andrew and Fergie may eventually leave the UK altogether, possibly relocating to Switzerland or the Middle East, where they have long-standing wealthy connections. As for Fergie, she is reportedly in talks for a new documentary series and has hinted at a deeply personal project, leading many to believe she is preparing to share her version of the York family downfall while the moment still holds value. In the wider view of royal history, this moment is truly historic. A man born a prince losing every title, every honour, and every royal home. For King Charles, it marks a firm stand, showing that even family ties do not guarantee protection. For the monarchy, it is an attempt at public renewal and reform. For Andrew, it represents a complete fall from grace. And for Sarah Ferguson, once at the centre of royal turmoil and now possibly the last York standing, This could define her future path. Whether she rebuilds her image or steps away entirely, one thing is clear: the York dynasty as it once existed is finished. The Royal Lodge era is ending, titles removed, honors wiped away, and status withdrawn. King Charles has drawn a clear line and there is no turning back. Yet history shows the House of York never disappears quietly, which leaves the final question open: what happens next? What do you think about King Charles' decision? Was it too severe or long overdue? Share your thoughts below and remember to like and subscribe for more breaking royal updates.